just first question. Can you hear me well? Okay. Oh, okay. So yeah, I will start with my today's indeed, and it will be about Backfire and using Backfire to debugging Drupal. Michal is what?
Say something.
Something. 1, 2, 3. Počkejte. Koho to tam slyší? Okay, so yeah, welcome again on today's Indeed. My name is Michal Seč, and I will tell you something about using Blackfire tool to basically debugging your application with in PHP or Drupal. So, what is Blackfire? I borrowed this words from Blackfire page. So, Blackfire basically helps developers to profile, test, and debug the performance of the application. Also, it can be used at any steps of the application lifecycle. So, during development, also during testing, staging, and what's great, can be also used in production. So first, what you need is to install Backfire on your PHP, and this is pretty easy. So you can find on Backfire page pretty easy helper how to do it. So you will continue through these steps. First, you will register the page code key, then add the
Maybe just please stop. That's out.
Okay, so what you need is to register the page cloud key, then you will continue with the Blackfire Debian source list to the system and continue with update. Then you will install Blackfire agent and continue with credentials. So it will ask you for the credentials, you will fill them, and then you will restart the Blackfire agent. Last step, what you need to do is install Blackfire agent package and also run the configuration. And the client ID and client token. This will finish the installation, and at this moment, your PhD understands to the Blackfire and is able to use it. Then we will install module into Chrome, and you are able to start profiling. So basically, it means that you will visit your page you want to profile, and if everything is set correctly, you will just press the profile button, and after a few minutes, you will see some output from the Blackfire. So you will get this something like this. So that is the history of your profiling, and you can see some basic information for each client. At the end, if you want to see some details, you will continue to details page, and you will get pretty nice overview of what happens. Now you can start in for some searching, what's wrong with your application, what is missing, what is doing and why is your application, for example, slow, some changes, etc. Yeah, the reason why we found this applications one was that we were some performance problem with our application. We started investigating some steps, but we were pretty blind because we don't have not so much logs, etc. So we want to have some application that will show us some numbers, and we will be able to take a look what's happening. So yeah, on the first look, so we start to going through the tabs, and the first tab you should check is the queries details. So you will see a list of all queries run against your database, and also the amount, the count of the queries. So for example, you can see that yeah, there are many queries that was run many times, so 16 times and so on. So you can check the code to see what's happening and why the same queries are running so many times. So sometimes it can be that it is needed because you are, for example, taking some, I don't know, data for menu, so on, but also you can little bit improve it and do as one query, better query path and continue with it. So after you checked your SQL queries, then we continued to check the stuff around timing. So this is the input weight column, and also you can order the each step based on some exclude and include time, where exclude means that it will show only the part which the function took, and include part will take also all the children which was involved by this function. First step, what was pretty neat for us was the Redis stuff. So we see that we are waiting for Redis about 1200 milliseconds. So we start also some other investigation. And we realized that, for example, we have Redis on other machines and our application is running. So we tried to move the Redis to our application or to the same server. And at this time, when we started again, so it was like few milliseconds, and the application was much more faster. So yeah, you will continue with this output step, and you will see also continue with some other reasons. Also, for example, what you can see here is that we spent more than 1 second uploading data from database, so it's a little bit connecting with the SQL stuff, and um, also that it seems that really many queries are called, and also start investigation, maybe improve the queries or change the database, better uh, the database structure or improve indexes, etc. So then the other part of the screen is to see the time spent on each function. So also here you can see how long each function took to be proceed. So also when you see some spikes here, you will start investigation, and we will improve these. For example, what we found here is that yeah, we are loading filters, and when the filter for each site is loaded, it will take many times, and it will take many time, and we need to somehow improve it. So the solution is, for example, to remove the filters if they are not used, or use some better solution to improve it. And for example, load each filters in one call and render it in the back. So this is basically what Blackfire do. The fun stuff on the Blackfire is that you can also install it on to production. So you will be able to test not only your local environment, but also the production. In case that the Blackfire is not running and we are not profiling, the application is not slowed down, so it runs as usual. but anytime you can call it with profile tool and you will see the results.
Nice on Blackfire is also other step that you can uh, use something which is called tests, and you can then
That are automatically run, and you can see the results. So, for example, you can run the test every day, and you will see that something was happened after deploy, or there are some problems during some that something was changed in the code, or after some big update, and etc. So
so you will get some regular numbers, and you can take care that your application is still running in the correct numbers, and nothing was slowed down. Yeah. So it was somehow faster than I was expect. Yeah, some question till now. Nothing like this. Okay, so yeah, maybe I will continue with the rest of Blackfire tabs. So yeah, what you can see are the times. So this is basically what the consumption of the time that each function took. Then you will see the output inputs. So it means how long the functions needs to wait before the is complete. Then you can see also the CPU stuff. So you can see for each function how many CPU was used, and yeah. So it can be that you need to change the function because there are some pretty expensive function for CPU. Then I think for PHP it's memory stuff, because yeah, for some functions you don't need to realize during develop, but some functions are using pretty much memory. So for example, in Drupal there are yeah, pretty often is used unserialize that is taking memory a lot of. So you can, for example, avoid on some places to use this function, and you can use some other stuff to get the same results. And also there is the visualization about the network. So for example, as we can see, because the Redis was running on the other machine, so you are seeing that Redis function, or basically the getting the stuff from the Redis make a pretty amount data on a network. So yeah. And in case that the servers are not on the same machine, or also the network can be set up somehow badly, so you will get the delay in the response and in the questions. So then HTTP. So yeah, there you will see the HTTP request to external sites, and yeah. The last one was, as I showed you already, is the SQL queries. Also, what you can see for each of the tab is the structure of the code. So you can see each function, and I will make it a little bit bigger to see it. So as you can see, you can see some kind of graph that will explain you how your code is working. So here you can see that because the code code is taken from Drupal, so you can see that we start with something with some functions called mine, and then go to index, and from this index are called two functions. But basically, one is Drupal kernel handler, and second one is then another handler for HTTP. And then you will see the rest of the functions, and pretty nice tree when you can also see all the data and how many times was each function called. So this, and also this tree you can see for each of these tabs. So you can check it for timeouts, for CPU, for memory, and for all of the lists. Yeah, for each call you can also get some recommendations, which are basically based on a framework or CMS was used for you. So for example, when you will use clean PHP, you will see it for PHP. If you are using something like Drupal, WordPress, or other CMS, you will see the recommendation based on this CMS. So for example, we will see that we should disable update manager module. We should disable help module, which can make our application a little bit faster. Yeah. What needs to say here is that not all the recommendations are valid for you, because sometimes it can be that you want to do it because, yeah, basically, for example, update manager module is pretty fine for you, and you will see some, yeah, that you need to update and so on, but it can fast your application, so it's up to you if you decide to do it or not. Yeah, for example, enabling cache. So yeah, we found based on this recommendation that our cache is not set up properly. So we a little bit improve it with installing some PHP extents and change the setup of Drupal configuration. Yeah, and then for us it's pretty funny stuff, not using many contrib modules in Drupal, also in Drupal 8. Sorry. And yeah, it's easy to say it, not use it, but yeah, basically when you need the module, you need to use it. And yeah, each module means that the application will be a little bit slower, but in case that your application is really big and you need many of functions, then you need to use these modules at all. So yeah, I think this is pretty everything from my side. So if there are any questions, and I will be able to answer them, so I will answer. Not so. Fakt, jo. Some questions? Yeah. So if anything, yeah, if you will find something that you want to know, just ping me on Slack. And otherwise, thank you for your attention, and see you somehow later. Bye.